رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي. While narrating the story of Moses, Musa alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Taha chapter 20 verse 10 says, when he saw a fire and said to his family, stay here, indeed I have perceived a fire. The same story mentioned in Surah Qasas chapter 28 verse 29, when Moses has completed the term, he said to his family, stay here, indeed I have perceived a fire. However, in Surah Naml chapter 27 verse 7, he does not say, Allah does not mention in the story of Musa alayhi salam, stay here. He simply says, when Moses said to his family, indeed I have perceived a fire. He does not add the extra stay here. Surah Taha chapter 20, he says, stay here, I have seen a fire. Surah Qasas chapter 28, stay here, I have seen a fire. Surah Naml, he simply says, I have seen a fire. Does not add the extra stay here. So it's an extra information. And the beautiful reason is Surah Taha and Surah Qasas, both of them have been in both of these chapters, the story of Musa alayhi salam has been mentioned in detail. In Surah Taha, it starts from verse number 9 and goes on to almost verse number 97, which is about 89 verses, I think. It's a very long story. And likewise, Surah Qasas, it starts from verse number 3 and goes all the way to verse 43, about 41 verses. A very long mention. However, Surah Naml is only the story of Musa alayhi salam starts from verse number 7, goes on to verse number 15, that's it, 14, about 7-8 verses, that's it. So when the story is mentioned in detail in chapter 20 and 28, the story is in detail, so the details which are mentioned, this specific detail in the story is also mentioned with detail. Instead of just saying, I see a fire, the detail is mentioned, stay here, it also mentions something extra. Stay here, I have seen a fire. And likewise in Surah Qasas, but in Surah Naml, since the story is very short, so the extra detail is not given. That's the beauty, subhanallah. And also if you notice the word stay here, umkuthu in Arabic, umkuthu, stay here, it's as though Allah is, it's as though, like it's just a play on words, you're going to stay here in this chapter with this story for a long time. So that's the beauty of the Qur'an, where there is detail, it mentions the detail. Where there is brief story, it does not mention the extra detail. So may God give us complete conviction in the Quran as the word of God. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.